Hi everyone, welcome back. Let's write some more Leetcode today. Today we are solving the kth lexicographical string of all happy strings of length n. So the problem states that a happy string is a string that consists of only the letters of the set A, B, and C, and we cannot have any two repeating characters in a row. So for example, ABC, AC, and B, and ABC, BAB, CB, CB, these are all happy strings because they don't have any repeating characters and they all consist of letters from ABC. But strings AA, BAA, ABA, BBC are not happy strings because they all have repeating characters. So when we are given two integers n and k, we want to consider a list of all the happy strings of length n sorted in lexicographical order. Then we want to return the kth string of this list. And if there are less than k happy strings of length n, then we just return an empty string. So if we look at this example where k is equal to 4, there are only 3 happy strings of length 1, so we return an empty string. But in this example, we return the third instance, which is A, B, C, and C is the third one, so we just return C. So now that we have seen some examples, let's get to how we can solve the problem. So the brute force way that we can solve this problem is we can generate all the happy strings of length n using backtracking, and we will add them to a list. Now we will sort that list of happy string, and then we will return the kth string if possible. And if there is no kth string, then we just return an empty string. So the time complexity of this approach would be O of n times 2 to the n. Because of backtracking, it will take 2 to the n time to generate a happy string. And since we want to generate all of them, there will be n happy strings. So the time would take n times 2 to the n. So there's actually a much more efficient way to solve this problem, and we'll go over that way right now. So the more efficient way to solve this problem would be somewhat mathematical. But before we get to the approach, let's see if we can notice any pattern. So if n is 1, we see that we have 3 happy strings. If n is 2, we can make 6 happy strings. If n is 3, we can make 12 happy strings. And if n is 4, we can make 24 happy strings. So as we can see, the number of happy strings we can make based on n actually follow this formula. And this is the formula that we will be using to help solve this problem. So I think for this problem, I'll just explain as I go over this example. So the left will always start out as 1, and the right will be the total number of combinations that we can make in the beginning. So for this example, we see that we can make 12 when n is 3. So far the right would be 12. And we see that in the beginning, the choices that we can pick for our first letter is A, B, or C. And if we take a look at the patterns, the first 4 options is A, the next 4 options are B, and the next 4 options are C. So we see that the window in the beginning is actually divided into a window of size 4. And we can calculate that by dividing right minus left plus 1 by the number of available choices. So 12 divided by 3 is 4. And the left side in the beginning would be 1. We just get it from the left. So now we can try to add the first letter, and we notice that k equal to 9, so it will be in the third window. So we will add C to result and remove C from the available choices for now. And now we need to update the left side, the right side, and the new window size. So the new left side would be 9 because we're now in this window of 4, and the right side would still be 12. Yeah, so also our left side would be 9. And now we need to calculate our new window size. So we calculate that by right minus left plus 1 divided by number of choices. So which is 12 minus 9 is 3 plus 1 is 4 divided by 2 choices. So now we only have 2 choices as our window. And as we can see, the window is A or B or B, C or C, A or A. So it does make sense that the second letter is a window of 2. And since K is 9, we look at our second window, which would be A. So we add A. And a quick side note, I'm only showing the list to make it more clear, but in the real problem, we wouldn't have that available. So we will have to do that by checking which window we are in. Remove A from choices and add C back. And now we need to update left and right. So left is 9, and the right would be right minus left plus 1, which would be 10. So now we calculate the new window size. If we do right minus left plus 1 divided by the number of choices we have, which is 2, now our window is 1. And since k is 9, we can see that it is in the first window, so we add B. And if it was in the second window, we will add C. So if k is equal to 10, then we will add C. But k is 9, so we add B. Remove B, add A. And now this is our result for n is equal to 3 and k is equal to 9. And the time complexity would be O of n, because we will have to loop through n times. And the space complexity would be O of 1, because we are not using any extra space. So now let's get to the coding part. So first we will use our formula to set up the total number. 3 times 2 to the n minus 1. And now we'll initialize the resulting string to an empty string and initialize the available choices in the beginning as ABC, because in the beginning we can pick any letters. And we will initialize the left and right as 1 and total in the beginning. And now we want to loop through each letter in n and initialize left side to left, and the window size would be the right minus left plus 1 divided by the number of choices, so length of choices. And I have 2 slashes in case it becomes a float. Sometimes Python does that. Now we want to check which window it is, so we use for C in choices. And if k is in the range within that window, then we will add C. We will add that character, so result plus C. And the left, we'll set it to left side. We gotta update those. And the right would be left side plus the window minus 1. And choices, we need to update the available choices. So we will just replace ABC with whatever character we just added, because we cannot have 2 consecutive letters. Replace C with empty string. And then break from the if statement, or break from the for loops, I'm sorry. And if not, we just add the window and we look at the next window. So after iterating, we can return result. Let's see if it works. Okay, perfect. Hope this was helpful. I thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave it down in the comment section, and I hope to see you all again soon.